Game on!
Absolutely, neither of these players would have wanted to be in the group with the other, and certainly starting off the campaign, because they've both got the talent where they can just reel off leg after leg and dish out a heavy defeat. And what a way to start the day. We're up and running here on Champions Week with a maximum. Double 16 for a perfect start to the day. 11 dart leg to kick off proceedings, and do you know, when that leg was underway, I was just looking at the faces. A treble would give her 2. She's going to get 2, and it's 2 at double 6. And that could be a real hammer blow for Reece Robinson, because if he's going to win this game, he doesn't just have to break Beau Greaves, he's got to do it twice, which would put Reece Robinson under pressure.
Well, what a way to finish. A 12 dart leg and a full 1 win against one of the favourites here, Reece Robinson. What a statement of intent from Beau Greaves. She did have the Thursday and Friday off. I think that suited perfectly. Look at those numbers. 2 180s, 5 140s, 104.36, 57% on the doubles, 4 from 7. An absolutely immaculate display from Beau Greaves. Right, when we come back, it is Conor Heneghan up against Crabtree. That's yeah, so I thought it was a max. That's our first. And Crabtree really starting to take control.
101. Can you require 120?
He has come out firing tonight, Crabtree, and he's got to go up for the single, for the double. Beautiful check out there from Crabtree, and a lot was made of his sort of in and out form when he won this, but full building, playing for £25,000. It looks like Crabtree is taking a little bit of a baby step towards that check.
Only needs the one. And Crabtree throwing his name in the hat to put his name on the trophy and collect the £25,000 first prize. A great performance from Crabtree, nearly 20 points higher in the averages, 95.43, 1180, 1140, super efficient, identical to the numbers in the checkouts to Beau Greaves, 4 from 7, 57%. When we come back, we return to Group 1, and it's a must-win game as Reece Robinson takes on Labanauskas. He's allowed Darius 6 darts if he needs them at 74. Well, he won't be going 13 ball. He will be going for treble 13, for double 12, and gets it.
Game shot on the second leg. Darius Labanauskas.
What were you saying about efficiency?
Something to get him going,
100.
something to get the adrenaline taking over the nerves. It's his favourite double.
Game shot on the third leg.
Is that the moment that Reece Robinson comes alive in this crucial clash? And Reece Robinson now 6 darts to take the lead for the first time.
Yeah, and dart 3 was a disaster for Darius. Matters not, almost middled the double 16 from 2-0 down.
Double 12 to take us the distance. One dart left at double 6. And he finds it last dart in hand. There's that functionality again of Darius Labanauskas. I mean, when Reece Robinson qualified on week 1, it almost turned into Reece Robinson versus his opponent versus the crowd, and now they get a chance to get involved because Reece Robinson fills it up at the most crucial time.
Well, we often talk about timing, and that was timed to perfection. You could call that, Max, a Rolex.
100.
103, 6 darts at it.
103.
From 2-0 down to keep his hopes alive of qualifying for the semis and to keep his hopes alive of winning. Oh dear. Well, that is a disastrous start. It's double five, isn't it?
And he looks like he's going to go for it.
Game shot.
And it is right next to his favourite double top. So I was surprised to see him go that way, but he's got the job done in the end. Reece Robinson was averaging in the mid-60s when he was 2-0 down in that one. A result 10 minutes ago you would not have expected to see, but he's got over the line and he keeps himself in there and swinging with a little bit of hope. But there's nothing confirmed at the moment for Reece Robinson. It'd be 2 darts away from qualifying to the semi-finals. Double 16. And he gets the job done at the earliest possibility. That is Cam Crabtree through the 4-0 success.
Andreas, you require 40. Game shot on the fourth
This is the
flag.
Andreas Harrison of Wednesday, this. A nod of approval and appreciation, please.
26.
Yeah, when he's on it, he sure does.
Game shot on the fifth flag. Cam Crabtree.
Crabtree not lying down. We know Crabtree's fate, and we know he's through already. Andreas Harrison.
Sure could.
74.
That would have hurt
Andreas, you
Harrison.
require 5.
He has had a few issues this week with just closing games out at times. Is it going to be another case?
Shot and the
Not
match.
so.
Andreas Harrison.
Harrison gets the all-important win and puts it in his hands in terms of qualifying for tonight's semi-finals. Cam, he's already safely through alongside Beau Greaves, but a real high-quality affair there. 93.9 for Cam, 95.58, despite missing 7 darts at a double for Andreas Harrison. 4 180s in there, 3 of them to Andreas. Right, when we return, we go back to Group 1, and it's Labanauskas against Beau Greaves.
Break opportunity. He'll start on the 19s again here. This time finds the treble, just a single. Gives him double 16.
Game shot on the second leg. Darius Labanauskas.
Well, Matt,
But right now, that could be going the way of Darius. A shake of the head for Beau Greaves. She knows she's allowed Darius to play this one at cruise control, an average of nearly a ton. And he's 1 dart away from being in the semi-finals.
100. Darius, you require 16.
according to the chat,
Game shot.
Ross Smith, is it
Darius Labanauskas.
a 9 as Darius Labanauskas produces a full 1 win over this night's favourite Beau Greaves. He secures his spot into the semi-finals alongside Beau. 97.72, very tidy, 180 apiece, super efficient as always on the outer ring, 4 from 6. When we come back, oh, it's another shootout between Harrison and Heneghan.
Double 10 to double his lead.
Game shot on the second leg. Heneghan.
Halfway there. 2 down. Needs 2 more. I had it on a Friday where I just needed to
96.
win 1 game of 5, I think. And, well, winning that 1 game took me a long time. And that clenched fist.
Andreas, you require 50.
This for the match. Always gone straight for the ball.
Game shot. On the
Well,
match.
he gets the
Andreas
job done
Harrison.
in the end. A disappointing end to his campaign.
And you require 65.
25 for tops. Gets
Game
it.
shot on the first leg.
15 dart breaker throw.
Crabtree. Second leg. it's
Heneghan
Crabtree
there,
throw first.
staying on.
Game on.
Third maximum of the night for Crabtree. He's hit 1 in every game so far. And that one a good one to drive home the advantage of throw. Get himself first to the finish, but
140.
Murph in the
require 63.
break there said these are the sort of shots that's going to separate the game, those low combinations.
Yeah, I was nodding in total agreement because those little combination clutch finishes will pay.
There is normally when you give Darius a chance like this, he takes it.
Mops it up, doesn't he?
Game shot on the 4 flag.
Just
Darius
like that.
Labanauskas. Fifth flag, it's Darius to throw first.
Well, he doesn't usually need a second bite, but he's got one here. Is pressure playing
12.
its part? Well, there's your answer.
Cam, you require 20.
Rare misses from Labanauskas. Crabtree could punish. This is for a breaker throw.
Yeah, and he'll have the darts to win it. 4-2 if he can take out the 20.
Just taking his time, trying to make sure he's set and settled.
Game shot on the 5th flag.
And retakes the lead. He'd have felt. Take his time, take the process. This is the biggest moment so far in his darting career. A chance to reach the final of the Modus Super Series.
Only needs the one, and there you can see what it means to Cam Crabtree. Been a great week for Darius Labanauskas, but it ends at the hands of Cam Crabtree. 4 legs to 2, and Cam takes his place in the final. 90.63 the average for Darius. 89.65 in the end after a few missed darts at doubles for Cam Crabtree. Only the 180 in that semi-final, and it went to Cam Crabtree. As I said, a few missed darts at doubles, 4 from 11. When we come back after a very short break, semi-final number 2, Andreas Harrison takes on Beau Greaves.
Require 40.
Winning your qualifying week and winning it again is remarkable. We thought he was going to win it for a third time, didn't we?
20. Beau, you require 52.
I've just had it confirmed that. Just wait for that to go in.
First leg, Beau Greaves.
Yeah, no Champions Week winner has backed it up by reaching Champions Week
Second
in the next
leg,
series.
it's Beau to throw first.
It's a remarkable stat
Game
with
on.
exclusion.
Just looking across Beau's week so far, this is significantly
108.
the worst performance we have seen statistically.
Yes, by some margin. I wouldn't be hitting the panic button quite yet.
137.
Oh, absolutely not.
Andreas, you
She's got
require
a
16.
lot of quality in the locker that she can unlock
Game
at any
shot on the
moment,
third
but that
leg,
is quality
Andreas
from Harrison. A 13 darter there just to get a bit of authority on the game.
You require
And they can't control the
161.
situation, so they feel the nerves more than you do as a player.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
This would be a wake-up.
Game shot on the 4th flag, Beau Greaves.
Welcome to the party in Pompey. Acknowledged
5th flag,
by
it's Andreas
Andreas.
to throw first.
Still does have
Game on.
advantage of throw.
This an opportunity, though, for Beau Greaves to break the throw. One more dart, double 12. Oh, and that is a long
69.
way out.
Andreas, you
Not sure
require
whether that's
40.
slipped out of the hand. It is warm in there.
Game shot on the 5th
Andreas
flag,
says,
Andreas Harrison.
Thanks very much.
6th flag, it's
Is
Beau
that
to
the
throw first.
opportunity?
Game on.
Beau turnaround
Beau,
time
you
for the winner of
require
this game.
116.
Keep an eye out for that bull up. Oh, wow. Tops. For a serious saver.
Game shot on the 6th flag, Beau Greaves.
Can't even begin to tell you how good that was.
A place in the £25,000 game.
should be a good marker for him.
Game
And
shot.
is.
Undermatch.
It was a great
Andreas
guide.
Harrison.
And Andreas Harrison ends the hopes and dreams of Beau Greaves, but it's been a good week for Beau Greaves, and she won't have to wait too long to return to that stage. She is taking part in Women's Week on Monday, and she'll be back there at 9:30 playing Fallon Sherrick. Well, there are the end numbers: 91.56 Harrison, 90.63 for Beau Greaves. So we know our finalists. It will be Cam Crabtree facing Andreas Harrison. The big monster finishes, but
73.
that was nearly one of those. Treble 19, double 8 for Cam. These are the kind of finishes I expect were going to be key. 51 left, 19, double 16, or 11. Oh, 52. My maths.
33.
It is late.
Andreas, you
It's been a long
require
week.
20.
Getting giddy. It's the final.
Game shot on the first leg. Andreas Harrison.
It's a breaker throw for Andreas Harrison, and that is probably about as giddy as he's going to get there, that little fist bump.
Cam, you require 52.
2 darts missed there from Harrison, has offered Crabtree the chance to get that throw back.
Game shot on the second leg. Cam Crabtree.
A bit of a roar there in that corner. I think even this situation would break the demeanour of Andreas Harrison.
140. Andreas, you require 156.
But a long way to go yet in this one. Still just in the sort of jousting stages.
60. Cam, you
Treble-less
require
visit.
104.
Harrison. Could let Crabtree get back into this and give us a 4th consecutive breaker throw. Double 16 is found.
Cam Crabtree.
First 10 plus out of the final. Acknowledged
5th
sportingly
leg. It's Cam to throw first.
by
Game on.
Andreas. 2 treble 20s. Oh, just over the top wire.
140. Andreas, you require 52.
He's left himself handy. But this time, he can't cash it in. And that 140 of Crabtree could really pay dividends here. It's 3 darts in hand to put himself a leg away from the title.
Yeah, it just applied a bit of pressure, didn't it, that 140? What a massive opportunity that was for Andreas, who would have been throwing for the title. But it's Crabtree who gets the chance to lead. And he does lead. 16 dart hold of throw in the end, and he's now 1 away.
11 darter here from Harrison.
Yeah, right when he's at the point of no return, makes this one even more special.
Game
Well,
shot on
it's
the
not an 11, but it's a beautiful 12. A 4-visit leg. And fittingly, Matt Edgar,
final leg.
we go to a deciding leg. Especially when Harrison's involved. I don't think I've ever seen any player involved in more 4-3s in a weekly campaign than Andreas Harrison.
So fitting to the way the week has broke down and the way it has gone, though. It goes down to a 1-leg shootout. The final leg of the final of this series.
85.
Every single dart is going to feel like it's under scrutiny. Every dart just matters so much more. Every miss amplified.
125.
Every big hit amplified as well. Not that you would know it. Coolest man in the building.
140.
Still hard to split them. And will that bullseye in the back room really come in to pay
59.
dividends? But that a slip from Crabtree. And a bit of an opportunity here for Harrison.
Yeah, especially if he can find the red bit.
55.
A lead off. But he can't afford to come up dry on this visit. Needs at least a ton.
$81.
Nearly recovered the situation.
Yeah, what he's given though is Andreas 6 darts at 2-2-1.
100.
Minimum requirement completed there for Harrison. It puts him within range. We know he loves the bullseye. But Crabtree is well and truly in range. A maximum visit at the perfect time. He's on a double.
121.
But we know Harrison loves the bull.
He's going to need a treble 17, which he gets. Bullseye for the win. Absolutely incredible by Andreas Harrison. A wonderful 171 to leave double 4. What does Harrison do? Take out the 1-2-1 for the title. Well, I said he had to be perfect. He was near perfect in the last 2 legs of that one, Matt Eckert.
Oh, absolutely brilliant there from Harrison. Crabtree put him absolutely under pressure there with that massive 171, and we know that Harrison loves the ball. He's been hitting it all week in those sort of situations, and wow, what an incredible moment there for Andreas Harrison. We actually got a reaction. We got an outpour of a reaction there from Andreas Harrison, who just overwhelmed at the moment with picking up the Moda Super Series title, his biggest title to date, and also his biggest paycheck of £25,000.
Andreas Harrison, yeah, the winner here at the Moda Super Series. I'll start at the end. What did it feel like to hit that bullseye for the 1-2-1?
Just blocked out. Just, yeah, I feel amazing. Yeah, great. What should I say?
The pressure that Cam had put on you, he'd hit a 171 just before that as well. That's the kind of thing that you've been doing a lot on this stage, but to do it in front of a crowd, under that pressure, that's just incredible. Just try and sum up what it means to you.
I was just thinking 121 is probably the ton plus finish I hit the most of the times in all my appearances here. So, yeah, I know I can do it. So.
You had to miss your last Champions Week. You weren't able to come here, so you certainly made up for it tonight. 4-3 in the final as well. That has been the scoreline for you this week, hasn't it?
Yeah. Not been the luckiest one in the first days, but yeah, in the final day it was lucky for me, the 4-3. It was, yeah.
Big crowd here as well tonight. Obviously, a lot of them supporting other players from this country, but how have you found the audience this evening?
Yeah, fantastic. Great. Love you all.
And just finally for you, how big is this moment in your career? You've done a lot of things, you're an experienced player, but where does this rank in terms of your achievements?
Yeah, it must be the biggest, I think. Absolutely, the biggest.
Well, we're going to let you enjoy the moment. Congratulations. What we're going to do now is hand you over to the presentation party with our MC, Mr. Paul Starr.
Well, what a wonderful, wonderful final we've just witnessed. I'm receiving £25,000. The trophy and the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison! And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
Well, what an incredible moment. Andreas Harrison lifting that trophy. He's a man of few words, Chris Mason and Matthew Edgar alongside me, but you could see how much it meant to him, Chris.
Yeah, and what a fitting ending, really. I don't think anybody's been put through the ringer like he has this week. I don't think anybody's won and lost as many 4-3 games, but, I mean, he really pulled it out the fire against a very good Cam Crabtree. 3-2 down in a world of trouble, and then just produces that 12-darter to get it to 3-3, and then to finish the match with a 1-2-1. A very, very worthy winner.
I just passed Cam Crabtree on my way up. That's why it took me a little while to get here, but his jaw was on the floor. He hit that 171. and then the 1-2-1 on the bullseye. I'm sure you've experienced that, but to experience it in a final, it's tough to take, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's heartbreaking. He would have thought he did the job. He would have thought that that was enough of the pressure, because not only that, but he got our referee, Jack Garwood, to do that big call. And then that gets everyone, that gets the excitement up, and it just changes the energy in the room. And what a fantastic finish that was for Harrison. I did say on commentary, he's hit so many bullseye finishes this week, and he's just had another one at the most crucial moment.
Yeah, this exchange, it's exactly what the Super Series is all about. What a way to finish the series.
Yeah, I've actually had something similar. A 180 to leave tops against Richie Burnett in the last leg of a match in I think it was a semi-final of what was then a Pro Tour, only to see him take 160 out. It's crippling, but it's one of those occasions where you just say, you know what, fair play to you. You deserve it, because that was just an incredible sequence of legs and an incredible sequence of moments.
And he's enjoying this moment, isn't he? I'm not sure he's going to pry his lips off that trophy then.
Yeah, listen, we discussed it in commentary, Chris, that outside of probably a UK Open, Riley's qualifier, winning a Riley's, someone winning the Lakeside, outside of that, or maybe the World Masters, this is the next big thing in amateur darts, and the players are embracing it. And you've only got to listen to them in interviews. We don't preempt them. We let them, we let them say whatever they want, but they know how big this is. It's a massive moment. It gets massive coverage. The numbers tonight were absolutely incredible, just on YouTube alone. And yeah, isn't amateur darts in a real great place, and it's an incredible privilege just to be part of it.
Certainly, it's just on the end of that final. We've looked at it from a Crabtree perspective, getting it snatched away. But let's give Harrison his dues. He had to step up and produce that, and he did.
Oh, he did, and he's really soaking it in down there and enjoying his moment, and rightly so. This is validation for Andreas Harrison. He's been playing good darts for quite some time, and he's always been overlooked, really, in terms of how good he is. We sat up here, and we've always said Andreas Harrison, so I said it, I got the winner right. It was just many months ago now. But in regards to Andreas Harrison, every time someone else comes along, he's like, you get distracted very quickly from how good he really is. He's a player that's travelled the world, played the various tours, put a lot of time and sacrifice and commitment into this sport, and now he's having his moment and he's getting that validation. He's got the trophy, he's got that money. This is what he's been playing for all those years, and this is as good as it gets for him right now. This is fantastic.
We just saw there, Mace, a few of the players that have been involved, not just tonight, but this week and in this series. And he's the winner. He's the player who will take all the plaudits, have all the photographs and stuff like that. But there have been a lot of players that have broken through at this series and wants to watch for the next one.
Yeah, so many. And that's the beauty of this format and the system in which you can qualify. Yeah, we have the established players and those that receive their invites and what they've done previously or what they do away from the Super Series. But ultimately, it's like a conveyor belt of talent. Remember, we saw Cam Crabtree for the very first time on debut, and we were like, wow. And you think, is there another one? And they just keep revolving. But listen, it may be a young man's game in the Premier League, but it's a little bit different. It's a bit of a veterans game here at the Super Series. Jim McEwen winning one as well, of course.
Both ends of the spectrum, isn't it? We said
Yes.
at the time that Littler handed the trophy to McEwen. That was somewhat kind of symbolic of darts for everybody, I suppose. Tonight, in the final, as Mace mentioned, we had a guy in his late 40s and a player in his 20.
I've come up with a phrase when I first started working here at the Super Series, where worlds collide, and that's what it is. We take the best of the development tour, the youth systems, the challenge tours, the WDF, the women's series, all the various tours that are available other than the Pro Tour, and we put them all together. And we're going to come up with all sorts of different champions from all sorts of different generations. We've seen Jim McEwen get his moment here. We saw Andreas Harrison get his on the total opposite end of the spectrum. We saw Luke Littler start getting his moments here. And that's what the Super Series is going to continue to do. And I'm sure we're going to unearth many, many more talents over the next 12 months. And we may have done that this week with Andy Davidson.
For people, Mace, who have never been here before, this is what it's all about. Nowhere else in darts do you get this up close and personal with the players.
No, and I do say it's a unique experience here. You'll see Beau was sat out in the crowd. Andy's been here. As soon as the players have beat, Conor Heneghan was sat out there, and you get to mix and meet the guys on stage. You imagine, I said, those people that were here during the Littler era They got up close, personal, got to meet him, got photographs with him, got stuff signed. Can't get anywhere near him now.
What about Beau Greaves? We can't not talk about her tonight. It was a big occasion, just fell short in the end.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Listen, she'd be the first one to make no excuses at all. But yeah, just didn't seem quite at it tonight. And listen, some people, we had this discussion on Thursday. Some people it suits having that couple of days off. Other people it don't. And I don't think it particularly suited Beau. And we may see that next week again. But listen, she's a different class. One of the best players. Never mind male or female, she's one of the best dart players I've seen in a long, long time.
We'll just wrap up by recapping the results from tonight. Here's what we have seen on Champions Night. And in the end, 4-3 in the semi-final, 4-3 in the final. Matt, that was always going to be the way for Andreas Harrison this week, wasn't it?
It's been the theme of his week. Andreas Harrison doesn't do anything the easy way. He wants to get his money's worth up there on the stage, and, well, it just shows a real good sign and quality that he gets in these long battles and can see them through, because those last leg shootouts, we always used to say on the tour, give it to a last leg shootout and anything can happen in a last leg decider. And, well, Andreas Harrison, I'd love to know the percentage of how many of those last leg shootouts he wins, because that's when it's just all about bottle and character, and he's shown it in abundance there under the most severest of pressure. And
there's something joyous, Mace, isn't there, just about watching what he described himself as his best achievement, his greatest starting day.
Yeah, it's his biggest moment, and the beauty of it now, you know, since the start of going on YouTube, it's going to stay there. You know, he can show his grandkids, his kids, and his kids' kids. You know, it's yeah, it's a great moment for the amateur player. There's no other real avenue, like I said, and the way you can qualify. You know, all the other events I've mentioned, you've got to do a lot of travelling. There's a lot of investment. This, go to your ADC qualifiers, get yourself in the app, get yourself down here and show us what you can do.
A worthy winner?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We've been talking about him all the way sort of through the series as being somebody who is going to be rivaling for the title, and now this could just sort of change that perception. I mentioned at the start of this that we were saying Harrison, then when Beau qualifies and you start turning your head, you can't turn your head away from Andreas Harrison now. He is now a validated champion.
And Beau will get another go, of course, Mace, because Monday morning the Women's Week starts, and it starts in style as well. That's going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't get any bigger than that in terms of the women's game. Two of the key players in women's darts right now, Beau taking on Fallon, and yeah, I will be up bright and early tuning in myself for that. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, that's coming up next week. Gents, thank you for your company,
Pleasure.
not just tonight, for the entire series, but the series in the end belonged to Andreas Harrison. The Super Swede is the Super Series champion, pocketing a cool £25,000, and he adds his name to the Roll of Honour after the most thrilling Champions Night.
Welcome to the party in Portsmouth here at the Modus Live Lounge.
They've both got the talent where they can just reel off leg after leg and dish out a heavy defeat. And what a way to start the day. We're up and running here on Champions Week with a maximum.
But what a way to finish. A 12-dart leg.
Beautiful check out there from Cam Crabtree.
Only needs the one.
Game shot on the second leg. Darius
What were you
Labanauskas.
saying about efficiency?
Game shot on the third leg. Reece
Is that
Robinson.
the moment that Reece Robinson comes alive in this crucial clash? Looks like he's going to go for it. And it is right next to his favourite double top. And he gets the job done at the earliest possibility. That is Cam Crabtree through.
Case not so.
Andreas
Harrison gets the all-important win.
Game shot on the second leg. Darius Labanauskas. Game shot.
Ross Smith, is it
Darius
a
Labanauskas.
9? A long time. And that clenched fist.
Game shot.
He gets the job done in the end. He's nodding in total agreement because
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Just
Darius
like that.
Labanauskas.
only needs the one. And there you can see.
That she can unlock at any moment, but that is quality from Harrison. This would be a wake-up.
Welcome to the party in Pompey. Should be a good marker for him. And is. It was a great dive.
Game shot on the first leg. Andreas
It's a
Harrison.
break of throw for Andreas Harrison.
Game shot on the second leg. Crabtree.
Consecutive broken throw, double 16 is found.
And he does lead. It's not an 11, but it's a beautiful 12, treble 17, which he gets. Bullseye for the win. Absolutely incredible by Andreas Harrison.
He's Andreas Dirty Harrison!